As most of you know, I work at a school, so I read a lot of articles that have to do with education in the United States. And a common theme in the articles in these last couple of years have been how students have been affected by the divisiveness in our world. That a lot of the discipline problems that we're seeing in students, a lot of the mental health problems that we're seeing in students, a lot of the anxiety that we're seeing in students comes from living in a world where there is such animosity between groups, between political groups, sometimes between racial groups, sometimes in families, as we saw in COVID, even between whether or not you wore a mask or didn't wear a mask, got vaccinated or didn't get vaccinated. And that divisiveness, that animosity, that kind of very almost violent rhetoric that our children have heard has taken its toll. The Bible tells us this about our words in Ephesians 4:29. Let no unwholesome word proceed from your mouth, but only such a word as is good for edification according to the need of the moment, so that it will give grace to those who hear. Let no unwholesome word. And sometimes when we think about that, we think, well, surely it's talking about cussing, it's talking about vulgarity. And I think that is included. But basically, unwholesome means anything that's not helpful. And it goes on to say, but only such a word as is good for edification. That means that only those things that are good to build up according to the need of the moment. That's what is supposed to govern the things that come out of our mouth. God is concerned about our words because words have power. They have the power not only to affect the immediate situation that we're in, but they have the power to affect anyone who hears our words, even the next generation. So I would encourage you today to think about your words, to think about whether they are helpful, to think about whether they build up, to think about whether they give grace to those who hear. Even in disagreement, we can still be gracious. Even in disagreement, we can still find ways to build others up. Even in disagreement, we can avoid unwholesome words. I would encourage you to do that today.